I had 12 gerbils when I was a kid. It was supposed to be 2, but they wouldn't stop having sex. It would have been 14, but I don't know if you guys know this. If you do not remove the dad from the cage, he'll eat the babies alive. This is how I learned very young that gerbils have very liberal abortion rights. But just like humans, the men make the decisions, you know? If you're not laughing at that, you've never seen a man eat a baby. It's hilarious. I'm single. I'm on the dating apps. I swipe, and I don't have to swipe for very long before I run out of options. And what it'll tell me to do, the app will tell me to widen my preferences. So how I do that is I raise the age limit that I'll date, and then I lower it also. And then I just start matching fathers and sons, which is like a fun game. It's not the point, but it's fun. I'm actually like I'm fine with being single because a lot of people say they don't want to die alone, right? Like I don't want to die alone, and I'm kind of okay with dying alone. Have we seen how people die in groups? Okay, let's get started, guys. Airplanes are landing further from the airport these days. I was taking a flight to Chicago O'Hare, and I'm pretty sure we landed in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and then just drove the rest of the way. Has anyone else experienced this? I noticed it a lot because I was sitting next to a woman who had a connecting flight, and her like anxiety was taking over, and she kept telling me, I have a connecting flight, I have a connecting flight, I have a connecting flight. And I was like, I have no power here. But I am from the Midwest, so it is my job to make her feel better, right? So I was like, what can I say to this woman to make her feel better? And so I leaned over and I said, maybe we'll drop you off and then park. The thing is that she didn't really know that I also was kind of having a little anxiety about something, because of the whole flight there was a kid sitting behind me, and he just kept kicking the back of my seat. Like the whole flight, the kid was kicking my seat. And I was like, is this what it feels like to be pregnant from behind? Is anyone else here using their birth control pill packet as like a tiny advent calendar? But it's a countdown to nothing. Sometimes I'll skip a whole week so I can do like a handful of treats at once. Did you know that you can't get pregnant using your own hand? There's only one hand that can get you pregnant, and that is the hand of God. Are you familiar with the Virgin Mary? I think that when we found out that she had never had sex but got pregnant and doesn't know how, that should have been the start of an investigation, not a religion. If you're not laughing at that, you haven't seen a bunch of people eat someone's son. Okay. I'm an overthinker. I know this because my ex told me that when he was breaking up with me. He said to me, you overthink too much. And I said to him, I think too much is implied in the word overthink. And then I was like, what, have you never thought about how only people who can afford full baths can afford half baths? Shouldn't you have a half bath and then save up for the full thing? One time I spent the whole day thinking about the invention of water softener. And I was like, what happened to Thomas Clark that day in 1841? That he was like, you know what could be softer? Water. When people ask me my opinion on Roe versus Wade, I say, are we in a boat? I would like to be as proud of my tampon sizes as men are of their condom sizes. But it's hard because the names aren't very cool. Tampon sizes are regular, light, plus, super plus. I would like a Magnum tampon, and I would like it ribbed for my pleasure, and I feel like that's not a lot to ask, right? Thank you. I work in advertising. One thing I noticed is that tampon brands will try to make tampons more discreet in different ways. Here's a couple of ways they do it. One time I saw that they were trying to make the wrappers quieter. If we're doing quieter wrappers, why don't we work on movie theater candy? I've never eaten a tampon in a movie. Another thing that they do is they're like, we'll make the design like a little more discreet. And if that's an idea they're doing, then why do my tampons always look like they're going clubbing? Or like they just left an Easter egg hunt? I'm a designer, so I just want to pitch to them a few ideas, but I'll share them here first. My first idea is like just denim washes. Pretty simple. And then my favorite idea is one that just looks like a finger. That way you don't even have to hide it. You can just walk around with it freely, just swinging around while you're like perusing the Walmart or whatever. And yeah, you're gonna look like you have 6 fingers, but that's less embarrassing than being a woman. Thank you so much.